Hi everyone, this is Professor Satish Shuli from Civil Engineering Department. So today you are going to see regarding an Pelton turbine. This experiment is a part of fluid mechanics lab for 4th semester civil engineering students. Okay, so what's the turbine? As turbine, you know that it converts kinetic energy into mechanical energy. Okay, then if an alternator has been connected, it turns into an electrical energy. Okay, so Pelton was a scientist from England. In 1927, he has discovered this kind of an turbine. It's an impulse turbine itself. Here the flow is hitting tangentially to the wheels and it is rotating. Okay, here the static pressure is been used, okay, to rotate that wheel. Okay, so in next part what we are going to see here is we have got an observation table. In observation table we have diameter of the drum, that is 0.2 meters, rope diameter, that is 0.015 meters. So rope diameter we got 0.015 meters. So mean diameter of the Pelton wheel we have got 0.26 meters. Okay, diameter of the jet we have got 22 mm. So number of buckets we have got 18 over here, and venturimeter coefficient is 3.183 into 10 to minus 3. Okay, so this is an tabulation sheet which we are going to use. So we need to conduct this experiment into two conditions. One is in half flow condition, one is in full flow condition. When it is the valve is fully open, when it is partially open. Okay. So what we are going to record here is we are going to record the speed of turbine in terms of RPM that we are going to note down. You're going to note down the head on the turbine itself, that is P, in terms of kg per meter square, that you are going to note down. You're going to note down the load on the drum, okay, that is W1 and W2. You're going to note down the venturimeter pressure gauge reading, that is P1 and P2 for all the trials itself. Maybe it will be a half full or in full flow condition. Okay, and these are the equations which we are going to use. Okay, so the aim of this experiment is to have an what we can say here is characteristic, to find out an characteristic of a Pelton wheel. So characteristics means what? We need to find an efficiency, specific speed, specific unit. Okay, overall efficiency itself. What's the brake power itself? What's the output of that brake power output itself? What's the brake torque itself that you're going to find? In unit discharge that you're going to find. So these all are nothing but these all are the characteristics what you're going to find. So these are the some of the equations here what we have. Okay, so these need to be calculated. So speed of the turbine n equals to, that we are going to find with the help of speedometer. That's an apparatus which we are going to use, okay, to find out the speed of a turbine. You're going to find it, you're going to calculate in turbine head, that is nothing but P into 10. Okay, then you're going to find an actual discharge, that equals to K into under root H. Okay, you're going to find a power available for that turbine, that is PNI. So rho GQH divided by 1000. You're going to find out the net brake power, net brake load on the turbine itself. So that is W equals to W1 plus W1 plus 1 minus W2 into 9.81. Okay, so you're going to find a brake power of output from the turbine, that is BP equals to 2 pi NT by 60. Going to find an overall efficiency, that is output by input. You want to find a specific speed of the turbine. You're going to find a specific unit of the turbine. You're going to find a unit power of the turbine. You're going to find unit quantity or unit discharge. Okay, then you're going to tabulate your results in this sheet. It's a resulting sheet. Okay, so here you're going to tabulate it. So next part of the video, what we are going to do is you're going to conduct an experiment on the turbine. You're going to take the reading and you're going for the calculation part. Okay, so we are going to continue with the conduction of the experiment. Hi everyone, This is Professor Satishwari from Civil Engineering Department. Today we are going to see the experiment on Pelton turbines. This experiment is a part of fluid mechanics lab for the 4th semester students as per the VT curriculum. This is a Pelton turbine which we are going to operate. So what we are going to do here is, at the end we are going to find the characteristics of the turbine like torque, specific speed, unit power, efficiency and all. So the Pelton, the scientist who is from England who has invented this turbine, it's an impulse turbine. Okay, so you can see that there is a nozzle which is striking the runner. So these are called as runners. So vanes are attached to these wheels. So this wheel is called as runner itself. So it is hitting tangentially. When it hits tangentially, the wheels start rotating over here. Okay. Now we have got an venturi meter over here which measures the flow rate. Okay. So that should be noted down. It will be noted down in this pressuremeter. So that is P2 and P1. This is P. We tend to measure here in head in turbine. So this is P. We are applying some certain loads over here. So we are applying the loads over here. So with this load, what we are doing here is we are checking the RPM. So this turbine experiment will be conducted in 2 phases. So one is with respect to half flow condition, one is with respect to full flow condition. So now this is the wall where it will help me to gain a half flow condition or a full flow condition. It has got in 10 divisions. So when I keep it to in 5th division, it states that it is in half flow condition. If I keep it this pointer to in 10th, it shows that it is in full flow condition. I am keeping it to 5, it shows me that it is in what? Now I am going to on the turbine. I put the wall on half flow condition. I am going to on the turbine. W1, it is of 3 kg. So now I am going to write the W1 that is 3 kg. So 3.2, I am going to write it. And this is the value of P. So P is 3.7. P2 is 3.2. Now I am going to take the RPM of the load here, that RPM is 1376. So I am going to write it. So what we have done? We have taken the RPM, we have taken the P, we have taken W, we have taken W2, we have taken the P1, we have taken the P2. Now I am going to increase the load by 2 kg. Now the total load becomes 5 kg. That is our W1. So that I have mentioned in the so W3 is 0.4. I'm going to check the RPM now. So now I'm going to check the RPM. RPM is 1340. Now I'm going to increase the load by 30. So now first it was 5 kg. Now increase the load, it has become 7 kg. Now with respect to that I am going to check that is 3.7. P2 is 3.2. P1 is 3.7. So now I have taken W1, I have taken W2, I have taken P1, I have taken the P2. So this is for half open. Okay, so this is the first state, which is of half open. Now what I am going to do is we are going for, now this is one condition which we have done, which we have taken the readings. Now we are going for full flow condition. So I am turning the wall to 10th division. So when it turns to 10th division, it shows that it is fully open. Okay. Now I am going to start the motor. I have started the motor. I have applied a 3 kg of load. Now I am going to see what is my speed. That is 3.5. What is my P2? That is 3. What is my P1? That is 3.5. Now the load is 3. That should be entered in W1. So that one I am going to enter. W2, that is 0.2, that I am going to enter. Now I am going to take the RPM. So RPM is around 1408. Now in the similar fashion, what we are going to do is we are going to add another 2 kg over here. That becomes around 5 kg. I am going to take the value of P. I am going to take the value of P2. I am going to take the value of P1. I am going to check the RPM, which concludes my second trial. For the third trial, again I am going to add 2 kg. It becomes 7 kg. I am going to take P. I am going to take P2. I am going to take P1. I am going to take the RPM. So in this way, you need to conduct or you need to take the readings of Pelton turbine. In the next half of the video, we are going to see how to calculate the values of Pelton turbine. So thank you very much. Hi everyone. So now this part of the video we are going to see the calculation part. In this previous part, you have seen how to take the readings with the Pelton turbine. So this is an observation tabular column itself. So this is already given. Okay. So in this part, only what we have done is we have taken this is a part of a data sheet. Okay. So where we have taken certain readings. So I have taken only one set of calculation. Okay. So what we have taken in the experiment, we have taken the RPM readings, that is 1466. We have taken the head on turbine, that's a P, that is 3.6. You have taken the load on the turbine, okay, that is 0.25 and 2 kg, that is W1 and W2. So you have taken the Venturi meter pressure gauge reading, that is 3.2 and 3.6. So these were the reading which were observed while conducting the trials on that turbine itself. Okay. So next part we are going for calculation, and I want to say that these trials were taken on the condition of half the nozzle was opening. It was not fully opened, it was half open. Okay. So now what we have done, we have taken the head on the turbine, that is H equals to P into 10. Okay, so where P is 3.6, that we have observed earlier itself, you can see that P is 3.6, this part. Okay, again what we have need to do, we need to calculate Q, actual discharge, through Venturi meter, that is Q equals to K into under root H. Okay, so K already has given value over here, that is nothing but that is 3.185 into 10 raised to minus 3. Okay, under root h. So what is h over here? So h is nothing but it is P1 minus P2 into 10. You need to put the P1 and P2 values, okay, into 10. So into that value of K, you will get the actual discharge through the venturimeter. Next, we need to find the available power at inlet of the turbine. So that is being given by formula rho into G into QH by 1000. Okay, so it can be rewritten as 9.81 into Q into H. So putting the values, okay, so we have got around 2.2 kilowatt. So next what we are finding out here is we are finding out net brake load on the turbine. So it is given by the formula W plus 1 minus 2 into 9.81. You are putting the values of that and you are getting the value around 8.13 Newton itself. In the next part you are finding the brake torque, that is T, that is W into RB. So RB is nothing but it is 0.115 meters, that is already given in the manual itself. So what is W? W you have found out from here, that is 18.3. So you're putting that values, we're getting in brake torque around 2.11 Newton meter. So next what you're doing, you're calculating brake power output from a turbine. So what is the equation for that? That is 2 pi, okay, into N into T divided by 60,000. So pi is 3.18. okay, so N is nothing but it's an RPM value, that is 1466. okay, so T that is already found out by you, that is 2.11. so divided by 60,000, you got a value around 0.32 kilowatt. So next you are finding an efficiency, overall efficiency. Overall efficiency is nothing but BP by RIN. So our BP is nothing but this value 0.323. okay, so RIN is here itself, where it is this part. okay, so you got a value around 2.24 that you are substituting here itself. So into 100 you got an efficiency of 14.141. okay, that's an overall efficiency. You're going to find in specific speed. So specific speed is nothing but N under root BP by H raised to 5 by 4. So N is nothing but 1466. So BP is nothing but you have find it out here, that is 0.323. okay, so H is 36. so you got an RPM of 9.44. okay, then you got in, you need to find in specific speed. Specific speed is nothing but N by under root H. So N is 1466 under root H. H is nothing but 36. You got an RPM of 244.33. okay, so next you got a, you need to find an unit power. So unit power is nothing but BP by under root H. So BP is nothing but it is 0.323. so divided by H is 36. You got this value itself in terms of kilowatt. Next you find an unit quantity or unit discharge, that is nothing but Q by under root H. So Q already you find it out in the earlier stages itself. okay, you can see that Q value over here. okay, so that value you are putting up here and divided by 36. so this is nothing but an unit discharge, that is 0.001216 meter cube per second. That much you have put it up here. So this part of in video, it is showing key they have done in various trials with the condition full open and half open. They have taken the 3 trials. With respect to that, they have taken the RPM values, they have taken the W1, W2 values. okay, so they can taken the P values over here, they have taken the P1 values over here, they have taken the P2 values over here. okay, so these were the observation that been made previously, and those readings are being taken over here. And similarly they have calculated for an full flow condition, means when the wall is fully open and when the wall is half open. okay, so they have made the calculations. In the last they have put in a tabular sheet showing in fully open condition and half open condition. They put the value of the head of the turbine. okay, they put the value of venturimeter head They put the value of actual discharge, they put the value of output power itself, they put the value of brake power output of in turbine itself, they put the value of overall efficiency, okay, a specific speed, a unit power, a unit speed, okay, and unit discharge. This is an resultant table which they have put it over here, okay. So in the similar way you need to do it, okay. So this was an experiment regarding Pelton turbine. If any queries and all, you can contact me, okay. So thank you very much. Stay tuned for my next videos. Thank you very much.